Okay, so in previous module, we made one S3 bucket, and now we are into building machine learning model phase using SageMaker. Okay, so before maybe try to build a model in SageMaker, or machine learning model to be precise in SageMaker, you need to understand the problem statement, and the problem statement is we are building model for cancer detection, and that cancer detection will be done using the images. Okay, so we will look into images and we will find out either that image maybe that image is having cancer or not. Okay, so before that you need to understand two things: how to create and configure notebook instance for our problem, and maybe how to create three different model using built-in algorithm, TensorFlow and Apache MXNet. So yes, we will make three different models using built-in algorithm, TensorFlow, and Apache MXNet. And yes, uh, as we know from our maybe previous knowledge that this AWS SageMaker provides us fully managed machine learning computer instance which runs Jupyter Notebook in them. Okay, so and they also include some of the related resources like Anaconda package, TensorFlow, MXNet, storage volume, and there are a plethora of example notebooks which you can maybe access if you are a newbie, and and there are a lot more things to maybe explore on. Okay, then maybe first you have to make a notebook instance to make a model, and that's the first step. So what you can do inside a notebook instance, you must be thinking. So you can prepare and process data, you can write code to train models, you can deploy models to AWS hosting, and you can test or validate the models. Okay, let me check it is recording. Yeah, so now so as you know, first step is to create notebook instance. So you have to go through at least three steps. First step is configure instance name and type. Just you have to decide which instance, what will be the instance notebook instance name, and what type you will use. By type I will explain it more when I will go to this dashboard, AWS dashboard. Then you have to assign IAM role to access S3 buckets, and then you have to configure storage volume size. Okay, so these are the things you have to maybe take you have to go through. Okay, then I am going back to AWS management console, and here you have to go for SageMaker. Okay, so here I am searching for SageMaker, and maybe it will pop up. Okay, so you have to first you have to star it. Okay, and then you have to go for Amazon SageMaker. Why SageMaker? Because build, train, and deploy machine learning models, and we are in the first phase now. Okay, so we are in the building machine learning model phase. So we are building right now. Okay, so I showed you three core aspects, that is build, train, and deploy. So we are in the building aspect. For building aspect, we are going into Amazon SageMaker, and inside Amazon SageMaker we will go to this notebook section. Okay, inside this notebook section, if I'll click, I will go for notebook instance. Okay, this thing I will go for notebook instance. Just forget all of this dashboard, go to notebook section, and inside this click on notebook instances. Just I have clicked notebook instances. Let's see. uh, so we are what we can see is we are inside Amazon SageMaker notebook instance. Okay, and what we can see is we don't have any instance there. Okay, so it is saying there are currently no resources. Okay, so no problem. Just to increase viewing area, I am clicking on this cross button. Okay, and maybe if you want to get that thing back, you can click on this button, and again you will get that thing back. Okay, so I am clicking on cross button. Now I will click on create notebook instance. Now I am clicking uh, now I am creating a notebook instance. So we are inside Amazon, let me zoom it, Amazon SageMaker notebook instance and create notebook instance. Now we are creating notebook instance. So here I told you configure instance name and type. So that's the name. Okay, so we can say cancer instance. Okay, so that's the notebook instance, and cancer notebook instance. Okay, and then you have to select for notebook instance type. Okay, so this is what I have mentioned over here, type. So and for understanding the type, what is this MLT2, what is this T, what is this 2, what is this medium, to understand this you have to just be chill, come up over here. Okay, AWS SageMaker in ML development, you have to click on it. Okay, open it. Okay, use any maybe viewer and open it, and here as you can see, uh, this T, M, C, P, G, these are families. Okay, so T is the tiny family, then the picking right size. Okay, the medium to very large. Okay, so right now let me arrange it over here. Okay, so what you can see is this is MLT2 medium. So medium is the medium is the right size. Okay, so that's the size. It can be medium, it can go up to large, extra large. Okay, so what I'm convinced to choose is MLT2 extra large. Okay, MLT2 2 extra large. What is T and what is 2? So T is the tiny family, and we want extra large size, and the version is the second version. Okay, and what you need to keep in mind is latest version will always be most cost efficient. Okay, so this thing you need to keep in mind. So we have made a notebook instance, and earlier we have made one S3 bucket, that is EBS volume. Okay, block size volume we have made, that is S3 bucket. Okay, so now come over here. Now you will be charged for it because we are working on a real time use case. Okay, so we are not working with any Titanic data or maybe with any what we can say normal data. Okay, so this is a real use case, which if you will complete all these use case, you can work in industry. Okay, so that's the thing, that's the use of it. So doesn't matter if you have to maybe give away some of the pennies to AWS for using this MLT2 2x extra large. Okay, so if you want to maybe understand what will be the pricing related with this, then one thing you have to do is you have to type SageMaker pricing instance type. Okay, SageMaker pricing instance type, and then directly you will be, I don't know where you will be redirected, but the URL you have to go to is AWS Amazon.com SageMaker pricing. Okay, this is the proper URL, SageMaker pricing. Okay, so type this URL and you will be more than good to go. Then you have to come to Amazon SageMaker free tier. In free tier you can see studio notebooks and on demand notebook instances. You can get 250 hours of MLT3 medium. Okay, and 250 hour of MLT2 medium. Okay, and or MLT3 medium. So we are having only medium. So why we are not working with medium? And T3 means this is the tiny family and version 3. Okay, then why we are not using it? Because we are having image data. So what I think will be means what I think will be good to use will be MLT3X extra large, this thing. Why? Because it is having 32 gigs of memory, 8 virtual CPUs, and the cost is 0.43 per hour. Okay, so I guess this is a good thing to take or to go with. Okay, so standard instances, and then this is Asia Pacific Mumbai. You have to you can maybe go with any region. So we are hosting everything in Asia Pacific Mumbai. As you can see, this is Mumbai region. So I am searching inside SageMaker pricing for MLT3 tool extra large. That is 8 GB of maybe 8 virtual CPUs and 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, so that's the thing. That's why I will go with MLT2 extra large. Okay, so what I will do, I will maybe change it to MLT3 2 extra large. Okay, so that's the thing, because we are having image data, so maybe we have to go for extra GBs of data. Okay, then you can see in IAM role, what you have to do is you have to go with this option, create a new role. You have to go with create a new role. Okay, in creating new role you have to click on none. Okay, why none? Because any S3 bucket with SageMaker in the name will be taken care of. Any S3 object with SageMaker in the name will be maybe taken care of in the object or the bucket, both. Okay, and any S3 object with the tag SageMaker and the value true will be taken care of. Okay, so as you can see, when we were making our S3 bucket, we named it using a SageMaker, so it will take care of that. So that's why we are going with none, and now I will click on create role. Okay, yeah, so now you can see it has selected Amazon SageMaker execution role this. Okay, so that's also what we have done till now. We have configured an instance name and type, then we have assigned IAM role to access S3 bucket. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to configure storage volume size. Okay, so you have to configure the volume size. Okay, so what you have to do, you will come up to this additional configuration, and here what you will do is volume size is 5 GB, and if I'll come over here, we selected MLT3 2 extra large. Okay, okay, MLT3 2 extra large, we have selected this thing. Okay, so this thing is providing us maybe 32 GBs. Okay, so what I will do, I will go for 30 GB. Always try to take maybe 1 or 2 GB more than you think will be required. Okay, so it will be charged. Okay, you will be charged, and that charging will be based on price per hour, that is $0.43. Okay, so why I have given you a good reason that complete it and you are good to go to maybe work with any industry project after that. Okay, so that's the thing. So we have done all three steps. Then what one thing I want to only tell you theoretically, and I have given good reasons and how to do this in AWS basic course. Okay, but I will not drag it much over here. What you can do is you can create a life cycle over here, and I have told you S3 bucket have 6 classes. So what you can do is you can change the classes based on your workload, or maybe if you are having photos which are not being used more than 1 year, then you can use S3 glaciers or maybe S3 deep glaciers for them. So their data retrieval rate is very slow, but what you can get there is you can save those images by only maybe uh, charging for, or maybe paying for less money. Okay, so here you can use networking and git repos. You can maybe fork your code from there, you can commit over there, but I will not take this thing in consideration for now, and I will simply go with create notebook instance. Okay, so I've clicked on this create notebook instance, so maybe it is creating. Okay, success, your notebook instance is being created. Okay, this is being created, it will take its time maybe. Okay, so what we have done, I have shown you everything. I have shown you what is this T, this is the family, this three. Okay, let me zoom it. This T is the family, that is tiny family. 3 is the maybe the version of this tiny family, and extra large is the size. Okay, and ML of course machine learning. Okay, so the status still is pending. Okay, so what you have to do is after maybe half minute or 1 minute, you have to refresh it by using this button. Okay, so just to increase the viewing area, again I am clicking on this cross button, and on this cross button. Okay, just it will increase the viewing area, and still it is pending. Maybe you have to wait for what we can say, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes. And one thing you have to keep in mind is you have made it. Okay, you have made one notebook instance, you have to stop it. Okay, because in the background you are using S3 bucket, and or maybe the storage, that is MLT3 2 extra large, and it will cost you. Okay, so it will cost you based on $0.42 per hour, so you have to stop it for now. Okay, don't forget to stop it, and you have to click over here, you have to uh, click over here, you have to go to actions, and you have to stop it. It is not saying stop right now because the status is pending. When it will be up and running, then you can stop it. Okay, don't forget to stop it, please don't forget, otherwise you will be get charged heavily, and then please don't come to us that you are being charged. Our aim is to maybe uh, teach you industry level applied things, and please don't come back to us and tell us that maybe you are getting charged or stuff. Okay, so you have to click on it and you have to stop it. Okay, so before stopping it, I want to show you some of the thing. That is, I will go to this open Jupyter thing, and I will click it. Okay, so as I have clicked it, open Jupyter. Okay, so I have told you that Sagemaker notebook instance is fully managed ML compute instance, which running Jupyter notebook applications. Okay, and it include related resources. It is loading. Okay, just I have opened this Jupyter instance. Okay, let's see. It will have maybe this is notebook instance which is having Jupyter notebook inside it. That will be inbuilt. You need not to maybe what we can say, install it. Okay, so mm, it is redirecting again. It will take time. I know this is taking long, but when you will do at first, it will take time. Okay, so you have to bear with it. Now you can see a Jupyter kind of environment. Okay, so I told you there are plethora of example. So if you will go to SageMaker examples, here you can see there are plethora of example like SageMaker best transform, R examples, XGBoost customer churn, and then after that SageMaker neo compilation jobs, additional example GitHub fast A course, everything is here. There are more than maybe 200 examples. Okay, then you have to use it. You have to click on use. If you want to use it, you have to click on use and you have to copy it, and then you can use this notebook. Okay, so for now I will quit it. Okay, you have shut down Jupyter. You can now close this tab. To use Jupyter again, you will need to relaunch it. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to quit it. Okay, you have to quit it, and you can again log out. Okay, so you have to do all these things before coming out of maybe this thing. Okay, then I'm crossing it, and this is the instance. This is the notebook instance, and I will close it for now. Okay, stop it. Okay, just I have clicked, I went to actions and I stopped it. Okay, so now this is stopping. Okay, so yeah, a basic notebook instance, I have shown you how to make a basic notebook instance, and in this we came up with all these 3 points. That's all for this session.